Hi, I'm Emily MacKenzie from Webcertain Translates, and I'm here today to talk about SEO localization and to answer a few questions which are commonly asked about this process. So you might have heard of multilingual SEO or SEO-friendly translation, but they all refer to the same thing, which is basically translating web content and seamlessly optimizing this for an international audience. The way that SEO localization differs from standard SEO practices is that it combines the on-page optimization directly with the translation workflow. So the first question is, what exactly is SEO localization? So traditionally, on-page SEO is where you take keywords and you insert them into pre-existing content. And the way that this works internationally is you take your localized keywords and you find a way of fitting them into an existing translation. Now, SEO and translation are a bit like oil and water. They don't ever mix, and you have to work a lot harder to get them to work together. So rather than having to simply review the content, the translated content, and find where you can try and fit the keywords in, SEO localization allows you to combine the two, where a translator will take the keywords and they will naturally fit it into the translation as they work their way through the content. And this makes it seem a lot more natural, and the end reader doesn't notice any of the keywords and they don't feel that they're forced onto the reader. So when should you use SEO localization? Well, there are various different stages of a project at which you could implement this process. It could be simply a landing page to be used in a PPC campaign, or it could be a microsite. But the best position to be in when embarking on this sort of a project is when you're translating a website from scratch. So you're targeting a completely new market internationally, and you're wanting to provide a local version of your website and to get the traffic to the site almost automatically. So combining the SEO workflow with translation will allow you to monitor your search results and your search volumes in the keyword research, and then also ensure that the style of the translation is coherent and links with the rest of your brand and style guidelines. So SEO localization will allow you to increase your visibility internationally, and it will also allow you to monitor your rankings from more or less the get-go. So what are the benefits of this process? Well, most importantly, it will help to reduce costs in the long run and also allow you to have more control over the process. With projects that you start from the scratch, it allows you to basically conduct each step in a reasonable amount of time, and it allows you to provide content for your readers which is engaging and also directs them specifically to your site through the search engines. It will allow you to monitor your traffic early on, as I've already said, and it enables you to build trust in your new target markets, because by directing users to a local site through search results which they are in their target language, and also monitoring their individual search activities in that particular market, will allow them to feel like a valued customer. You'll also be able to look at untapped potential markets and competitor activities through your keyword research, and that may help you to adjust your page copy as well prior to the translation. So the most commonly asked question when it comes to translation and SEO is simply, why can't I translate my keywords? And there are numerous reasons for this. The first being, translators translate. They're not SEO specialists. So you need to find someone who is aware of what is going on in the international SEO field, who are fully trained on the relevant search engines. If you're targeting China or Japan, Korea, the Czech Republic, Russia, they each have their own individual search engine which is favoured more over Google. So a translator might not necessarily know that. They might just automatically just translate it into the most direct translation that they feel would be suitable. Whereas a search linguist would take the English term and actually conduct the full research in using the relevant search engine. They'd find terms which are most searched for, and you're probably missing out on untapped potential if you simply translate the keywords. So by using a search linguist, you're also going to be able to look at things like the local search habits for your target market, and also the competitor activities. So finding out what keywords your competitors are actually using and maximising the opportunities that are available to you, whilst the translator will deliver the high quality copy that you require for your website and then integrate the keywords within that. So what's the difference then between search linguists and translators? Simply, translators translate, search linguists are trained and have the expertise that you need. But you need both people on your team when you're going on embarking on an SEO localization project. As I've said, you want the expertise of the search linguists, but you want the translator to be able to incorporate those keywords in a very natural way, to find the right balance between mirroring the English copy and capturing the style that your brand require for your website, and also incorporating those all-important keywords. In most cases, the keywords will fit in at somewhere naturally, but in other cases you may have to go back and look and see, okay, well, is this a possibility? Could we use this keyword on this page instead? And it is a work in progress, so make sure that you take the time and the care and the effort to get this right, because in the long run it will save you the time having to go back and doing a full page content review, which can affect the actual copy that the translators work so hard to capture and to get right to a high standard. By going back and trying to insert keywords into that copy, you might end up having to rewrite the content, retranslate it, and obviously the additional costs involved there. So to summarise, I hope that this Q&A has been useful, a nice introduction to the process of SEO localization. It's always important to consider how your target market search for your product or your business or your services, and also to be able to produce copy which they can read in their native language to make sure that they feel like a valued customer.